Yeah, I gotta say, this is the closest the Indiana Fever have looked to 2024 Fever. This is the closest the Indiana Fever have looked to 2024 Fever. Just in everything about their offense. Everything about it. Everything came out of the pick and roll. It didn't matter who was setting the screen. If something went wrong, the ball was back in Caitlin's hands. Everything came off the pick and roll. It let Caitlin go downhill. Caitlin's running the break, hitting Sophie there. Big shot. Like, this team ran. This team looked inside. They sealed. Kelsey Mitchell. They were driving and kicking, which is big. And I want to show you guys Kelsey Mitchell. That was a tough shot she hit. But I need to see, has the the Women's Hoops Network, have they put the highlights for Kelsey Mitchell up? Like, this is the closest thing. Like, I want to show you guys what Kelsey Mitchell did. Look at how Kelsey Mitchell scored the ball here. I don't care about the points. She's had more points than this. One dribble off a curl. That's her layup. Cut. Caitlin Clark finds her. Boom. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, this is just tough. This is just tough. You live with this occasionally. That's just tough. Curl. 1, 2, 3. But it's a straight line drive. It is a straight line drive. Nobody can keep up with Kelsey Mitchell on a straight line drive. Backdoor cut. Yeah. Anytime someone switches off, Kelsey Mitchell scoring on a backdoor. She comes up again. Fakes coming off it. Catch and shoot. Rhythm 3. She shoots those kind of jab step threes. They're like catch and shoot for her. Caitlin goes and finds her on the free throw line. Wide open. Boom. She gets it back to Caitlin. This is a big play as well here. Like, if you guys watch, I've always said in 2024, Kelsey went out of her way to give the ball back to Caitlin. In this scenario here, where she gets it back to Caitlin, if this was 2 games ago, she runs back this way and runs a big circle and hopes for the best. And because she knows Caitlin's going to get it back to her. Caitlin's going to get it back. This shot here for 25. Is this the one? No, she's running. Sophie hits her. She's going to drive in. This is hell. This is just, I'm feeling it. This is just an I'm feeling it shot. But, like, it's how she's scoring. That is so, like, it's so important with how she's scoring. And I want to show you guys again, Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark on her 14 assists. Look at how she gets her 14 assists here. Like, pick and roll. Boom. Splits it to Monique Billings there. She goes ISO. Okay, yeah, I'm going to drive in. That's a tough shot. And again, at this stage, I think she had 4 assists. She had 4 assists up to this point. Immediately gets a steal there. Looking head up. The players are running. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go downhill. Probably moving screen by Aaliyah Boston. Okay, I got Maria Conde on me. She's not going to be able to stop me. Obviously, an AM1, not called. Caitlin Clark drives in. Gets a fake. Oh, I'm going to go behind the back. This is when we're saying Caitlin's playing free. When Caitlin plays free, immediately, again, started off with a drag screen into the high pick and roll. Caitlin gets downhill. Easy layup. And that's the thing. She's looking head up. Aaliyah gets her seal. Like, when the Indiana Fever are playing like this, they're so tough to beat. Again, offense initiates with the pick and roll. Drag back. Let me go and take Maria Conde. I'm going to keep my head up. Izzy Harrison's lost because Aaliyah knows where Caitlin's going to hit her. That's an offensive board. It is what it is. Caitlin pushing the floor here in transition. Oh, let me just wait. Let me circle out. Oh, Aaliyah's there. I'm going to wait to see if Mo Billings is there. Nope, I'm kicking out to Aaliyah. Like this, if you had shown me this game, you would, like, I would say this came from 2024. This came from Chrissy Sides era. And this is, for me, like, the closest thing to, like, process-wise, this is the best the big three have played. Like, Caitlin didn't have her best game. Aaliyah didn't have her best game. Kelsey did have her best game. The difference is that I shit you not. If the Indiana Fever, if Caitlin and Aaliyah Boston played well, the Indiana Fever put up 120 today, which is scary. And people saying Caitlin isn't getting separation on the screens. Like, to get separation, you have to connect on the screens. It's probably going to cause moving screen. All you have to do necessarily in that is just get some sort of some sort of a Leah dive to the basket, whether it's a slip or anything. You don't even need to make contact. It creates an advantage. Sophie Cunningham set a career high as well. She couldn't miss. How many open shots did Sophie take? How many open shots did she take? That was Alexi Hall from back in those days. When they initiate off the pick and roll, they are unguardable. I understand, like Caitlin setting more screens. And by the way, everybody has said this, that you kind of want what everybody wanted with Stephanie White was her to adapt what they were already doing, not to go and 180 it, not to go and pretend that that this is a new team and this is the Connecticut Sun. Remember that this is the Indiana Fever. Remember that you were coaching Caitlin Clark. Remember who you have. Remember what Aaliyah Boston likes to do. Remember that Kelsey Mitchell, as an off-the-ball player, is an all-WNBA player. That Kelsey Mitchell can be the most devastating player in the league. But she can also lose you games. She can also lose you games if she goes dribble. And that you have to live with Caitlin Clark being an aggressive decision maker. Caitlin Clark turned the ball over once in the second half because she was bullshitting. She threw a nearly a spinning behind the back pass to nobody. Caitlin Clark turned the ball over 3 times in the first maybe 3.5 minutes, but they were aggressive turnovers. Caitlin throws turnovers where she thinks her teammates are going to be. That's why she's such a good passer, and it's why she throws some turnovers. And then what happened? As soon as the team got into some rhythm, all of those passes became assists. Those passes all became assists. Again, she had 4 turnovers for 4 assists at one stage. She then had 10 for 2. You want Caitlin Clark to be an aggressive decision maker. You want Kelsey Mitchell to be your play finisher. And you want Aaliyah Boston to be Aaliyah Boston. Just be her. You want the likes of Sophie, Lexi to shoot. You live with Caitlin shooting bad. Because again, that's fine. Your team kind of, not that goes where she goes, but even if she's shooting bad, she's still the best engine in the sport. This is the first time under Stephanie White that I've seen that. And by the way, everybody talks about, I will always bring up this game with Caitlin Clark. Do you remember the game that everyone talks about with Caitlin Clark? And remember last year when Caitlin Clark took over at halftime against Atlanta, and then they played fever ball, and then they killed the Wings. I'm going to show you guys. Caitlin Clark had 12 points on 5 of 17 shooting and 9 assists in that game. Remember that Wings game where everyone came out of it and it's like Caitlin's way better than Paige? 14-13, albeit 5 steals, on 4 of 12 from the field. People don't realize that a lot of Caitlin's best games of her career have been in bad shooting games. Why? Because of the system, because of everything around it. Again, look, the where are we? The triple-double against the Liberty. 7 of 17 shooting. The Phoenix game, which was the start of everything for Caitlin. 4 of 14 shooting. They happen. The difference is that the way the Fever play, when you have Kelsey as the most deadly off-the-ball player, when you got Leah being Aaliyah, and when you got Caitlin as an engine, are going to be nearly impossible to stop. Like, it's nearly impossible to stop that team. And thankfully, I think we've seen it again. We've seen that team for the first time in a while again.